Let's get straight to business. This company needs revamped from the ground wiring up. My employees are expected to perform at their best while having to roam with the dinosaurs on these nearly extinct Windows XP and Vista computers. Technology is quickly evolving, and if we want to continue to be successful, then this office needs a major makeover. We already took the first step by combining the two firms under one roof in our new historical building. Now let's get everyone on the same page. Peer-to-peer networking for a business is almost as ancient as the computers they are using. What I propose is that the employees be put on a client-server network that is mostly wired. The advantages of this type of network are many. For one, all the files can be stored on a server, such as the powerful Dell PowerEdge with Windows Small Business Server 2011. This means all employees with proper permission can access the files. Johnny couldn't make it in today and his client desperately needs an invoice. Not a problem. Simply download the file from the server. What about backups? Since the files are stored on the server, you can back it up to there rather than every single computer. You couldn't count on all 50 employees performing daily backups. With Symantec backup software, you can schedule the Dell Power Vault to back up automatically. You can customize it to perform daily and weekly backups. Incremental backups will be done daily. Full backups will be done at the end of the week. Of course, one person will be assigned backup duty. They will be responsible for swapping out and taking home the tape drive every night before leaving work. Then, for an additional layer of security, they will utilize the online backup service Carbonite. Carbonite's techs will even come out and set it up for you. It can be configured to do backups anytime you are connected to the internet, even remotely. This way, the data is off-site and more likely to be recovered in case of a tragedy. You are probably wondering how this Dell PowerEdge server is connecting everyone to the network. Well, first we have to have the correct wiring. A T1 line is most desirable for a thriving business like this one. It can easily handle multiple users and is generally fiber optic to maximize transfer rates. We can rent this line from our local service provider. Next, we plug this nifty little line into our dedicated Cisco firewall. The firewall is an added security against viruses, hackers, and phishers. It encrypts data and sends it over a VPN, or virtual private network. Now run a Cat5e cable from here to the Dell PowerEdge server. We can connect all the nodes to the network and register them by their MACs. This means that only those devices can access the network. Just think of the MAC as your ID. If you don't show proper ID, you're not getting in. Moving on to the network switch. We'll need some more Cat5e to connect the server to a switch. I recommend the HP ProCurve 24 switch. The switch will relay messages to the intended parties only rather than transmitting the message to every device on the network. This method is safer and smarter. So what connects to the other end of the switch, you might ask? Obviously more Cat5e cables, but what device is on the other end? A router. Depending on the location of the employee's workstation is going to determine where you have to run these cables. Eventually, they will run into a router, like the Cisco RV016 router. This router has 16 ports and is intended to connect 10 workstations plus one Dell all-in-one inkjet printer. We are going to need 5 routers. The 5th one will have the Cisco Air wireless access point so that the marketers may benefit from this feature in case they are bustling about the office, rattling off persuasive presentations, or any other mobile office activity. Now with just a little bit more Cat5e cable, we can finally connect the routers to the brand new Dell XPS 8300 computers. These come equipped with a hardy 8 GB of RAM to ensure multiple apps can be run simultaneously without slowing down the computer. It has a 2nd generation Intel i5 processor which supports hyper-threading. Also included is a 1 TB hard drive. We never have to hear an employee complain about not having enough disk space. The NVIDIA GeForce video card will provide excellent graphics for any multimedia activity. This computer comes with a keyboard, mouse, and speakers. Furthermore, the employees need headphones. The JVC HA S600B headphones are noise-canceling compatible and have a steel headband for durability and longevity. Now the employees have computers, but they need software. Every antivirus, a web browser, Adobe Flash, and a word processing suite. I encourage this company to have Firefox web browser and Adobe Flash Player installed by tech on every computer. Internet Explorer comes pre-installed, but Firefox is more secure and, in my experience, more user-friendly. Microsoft Office Professional Standard's three main programs are Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. Everybody types on a computer, right? It only makes sense that there should be some sort of software that supports typing. Microsoft Office has so many features available. You have theme and template options. It allows you to bring your documents to life. It gives your documents a professional feel as opposed to doing them in a program like Notepad. Viper Small Business Antivirus is like a virtual maximum security prison. You are really going to have to be bored and skilled to get past this prison guard. It watches out for Trojans, worms, malware, phishing, and more. We should run a full virus scan on the computers weekly, which can be set up to scan automatically. On to the accountants. We will need 1 server license, 40 user license, and 45 copies of Sage Peachtree Quantum software. Sage Peachtree is one of the best accounting software available. Compared to its competition QuickBooks, it outranks it due to the fact that it can support 40 users as opposed to 30, and also surpass QuickBooks in the benchmark reports. So you say, what's a few seconds? Multiply that times the life of the company and see how many years you'll save by choosing one over the other. Time is money, they say. Now the marketers need some high-quality multimedia software. The best you can get is the Adobe CS6 Master Suite Collection. They can design anything with this software package. If you can imagine it, you can create an image or video of it with programs like Photoshop, Flash, Dreamweaver, and Premiere. Don't limit creativity by giving the marketers less. You want their presentations and products to reflect the company. A cheaper productivity suite will not produce the same quality or performance, and in turn, that is how this business will look. Cheap. Since the marketers will be traveling, they need tablets to take with them in order to woo their audience. The Asus EEE Slate EP121 tablet has 4 GB RAM, 64 GB hard drive, Wi-Fi, and touchscreen. They can even integrate Adobe CS6 apps on the tablet, which are also touchscreen. What do you draw better with, a mouse or your finger? Do you think if they put lead on a mouse that people would draw with that instead? No. We're almost ready to wrap this proposal up. As I mentioned before, the company will have a Dell All-in-One inkjet printer for each router. It provides printing, scanning, and faxing. You can connect all the computers to the printer wirelessly with the right setup and software. How easy is that? My final recommendation is an uninterrupted power supply. If the power in the building malfunctions, we have our trusty UPS to help ensure our data is protected and uninterrupted. You can never be too safe, but you can be sorry, real sorry, if you try to cut corners when it comes to networks and security.